it. So those are not It Works distributors. You want to be following people that you can like and comment on. You don't want your whole news feed just It Works distributors. It's great, to have your team and see things like that and stuff and be supportive, but that's really what we're trying to do. I get tons of follows every single day when Ryan will point things out, and I'm like, oh, okay. So just a scroll.
One of the things too, it took me 6 months to get my first order from Facebook. And I came in with like 4,000 friends. So keep that in mind. If you're not getting bites on your Facebook, don't give up. Stay consistent. And the other one thing I wanted to say was kind of to piggyback off of you and the negative Nellies and stuff. The first person to anger loses. So if you get into an argument about our product, our compensation plan, our industry, because that's a huge one, right? People are very undereducated about our industry. If you get angry, you lose, period. So just remember that whenever you're talking to anyone, because it does get really hard not to get defensive sometimes when you care so much about what you're doing and you're so passionate about it. Amy, do you have any final closing social media thoughts?
As far another thing, when it comes to networking, think about what you're passionate about and join one of those groups and be thoughtful in those groups. Don't join the group just to start blasting that you're an It Works rep. Think of whatever you're passionate about. For example, somebody was passionate about wiener dogs. I can't remember now who it was.
Aaron Baumgarten.
And Courtney, I think Warba likes wiener dogs too or something. But they're in those groups, and they're in there because it's something they're passionate about. So of course they're going to have conversations with these people. They're going to build rapport with these individuals, and then they add them to their Facebook page, and they develop those relationships. So think of those little, whatever they are, and join those. That's just another way that you can utilize Facebook for networking pieces as well.
To tell your story really quick, Amy exploded, and it was around Christmas time. I think it was not this past Christmas, the Christmas before. And she was on mom groups, not advertising It Works, selling her kids toys to swap out for new Christmas toys for those kids. Guess what every single mom got when they would come and pick up or swap out a toy? They got a golden ticket. They got a coupon. She ended up usually wrapping them, got distributors from it. So that's just something to keep in mind as well. After I had crew, I joined this group. It's called Mom Tourage 2.0. It's really funny. It's one of our friends' wives introduced us to it. So I'm in there making small conversations, post pictures of crew. I just got puke all over me, whatever. I started making friends. Guess what? Those people are now 7 months later starting to like things. I'm building that relationship. I'm building that rapport. They're starting to ask questions. Be consistent. I can't stress that enough. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen in 2 weeks. Being in the business 4 years, I'm just now getting people to come around, and they've never liked a single stinking picture post, said boo, won't even look at me at the grocery store. Now they're like, so what are you doing? Does it really work? Yeah, it does. Be consistent.
All right, so from the marketing, I do have a marketing concentration, so this is kind of something that I think about when I'm online, because I don't want you on Facebook for 8 hours, time block it. You can be out talking to people, building relationships, but you can also, so we do the 3 R's, revenue, retention, and recognition. So this is the 3 things I can tell you. Revenue, don't be on Facebook constantly unless you're building, trying to get loyal distributors or you're planting seeds. Like people's posts that you haven't seen, like those friends, that person in your heart you know could do this business. Your happy birthday to your first baby, oh my gosh, I can't, not that that's not real, I really do care about that. That's important. That means that you care about them as being thoughtful. As far as the recognition, love on your team. Like if I miss my team's post, if they like promote it or something, I freak out. They have no idea, but it hurts me because I feel I missed something that they worked their butt out on. That is going to long-term keep your people in your business. Love on your team, that's your recognition. And then, post on their walls. We have right now, we're trying to transition in our groups. I'm trying to get everybody to start congratulating on their post on their Facebook wall. That's who's looking. Everybody knows you're a rock star in the groups, in the Facebook groups, and that's where the retention comes from. I do not agree with anyone, I'll say triple diamond now, having a Facebook group. Only because, in my opinion, You need to be out there working, let everybody else work together to get those questions answered, and I would rather have multiple people to be able to answer questions and give. This is just me. Everybody's different, but that's just something that Pam Sauter taught me, and that's a place where you're gonna be able to share events, share tips, learn from other people. We don't know it all, we never will, so that's where you're gonna be able to come together as a team, and the team camaraderie comes in. You can do calls, and you guys get to these events. And so it's the 3 R's, and that's what's gonna make you money.
Well, I love it, and I think the overall theme of everything that we had to say is just to keep it real. Be you. You know, all you have to do is be more of who you already are. That's it. Put it out there for people to see. You're the reason that they're going to join this business. It might be because they wanted to try the wrap, but it's because of you. I had somebody, actually, I'm looking at it right now, Brendan. Somebody stopped me and was like, you know Brendan Self? And I'm like, because you tagged me in a post the other day. He's doing It Works with you? I'm like, yeah. I wasn't the one that made her consider joining It Works, but now that she saw Brendan doing it, she's considering doing it too. And just one of my newbies goes, I could never post on Facebook. And I said, well, why not? And she goes, I'm not that person. And I said, well, if I didn't post on Facebook, you wouldn't be here right now. She's like, oh yeah, that's true. I mean, most of us came here through some sort of post, social media, picture, tag, you name it. And we have a new rock star on the team too, who I don't think she ever liked a post that I put up, but messaged me and was like, I want to make this my career. What? I was like, hallelujah. You know? My thing too is I just get super creepy and stalkerish. I troll people's Facebook pages. I have a list. If you make my list, I make my way down that list every week, and you know who I am. You're always thinking of me because I'm always liking your crap. So you're like, what is this? Why is she stalking me? And you come over to my page and, oh look, an awesome business post. So, you know, we just stupid stuff. Katie and I, like, if your last name is Fox, we post foxes all over your wall. I know Brittany, before she joined the team, our photographer today, I was sending her pictures of girls in bathtubs with tons of money, and I'm like, when you join the team, we can take pictures like this. Like, I'm just a nerd. I just put it out there and just be me and try to be memorable and to attract people to us. So I think that's it for our social media panel, but before we go, I want Team Minnesota to come up to the front, first of all. Also, I know we've got Stacy Hawley in here. She's here. Where are you? She came from Atlanta. Come here. Who else? Who drove more than... We got Kentucky?
I got one.
Who drove more than 8 hours to be here? Come here. Come on. Okay. That's right. They get to try everything. You know what? 12-hour car ride, 8 hours. I'm really excited. So here, I want to make this seamless. I know, we're gonna do little swigs, and then you'll really quick just tell us in the mic what you guys think.
Maybe shut.
We're gonna make these go.
Okay, what time's breakfast tomorrow?
How does it taste for you? Very fruity. Very good. It does taste like beer. You like energy drinks ever? No. But you like this one? No.
It's delicious. I'm actually a fan of energy drinks, and this is the best taste.
Not just because you're an Edwards distributor. What do you think about the energy drink?
I like it. I want more.
Seriously. Come on, bring it. Where are they at? What do you think about it?
It actually smells good too.
But this tastes really good. She's savoring it.
I'm trying. Did you? If you don't mind.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You're going to drop in there.
What do you think about it? Oh, it's fantastic. Definitely want more. We could have used it last night on the drive.
Hold on.
Thank you so much. Thank you for investing and coming all the way. Hi there. What do you think about it?
I love it. I think it tastes like pear, and I think that's best part of this, and it doesn't give me that like jittery feeling. I kind of
Are you an energy drink person?
not at all. And I tried, like I had, cherry bomb, the Red Bull. I tried that, and it gave me the jitters and heart like palpitations. So I like nope, can't do it. Had one at conference, didn't do it, and I loved it.
Oh, that's awesome. See, what's so exciting is I wasn't an energy drink person either, so to be able to hear all these people that don't like it will prove I'm wrong. Hi there. What do you think about the energy drink?
I love it. I hear this a lot because the things like it's natural. I'm all natural now, so I've been drinking energy more.
Thank you. All right, we're gonna do something really cool for the final grouping because we didn't realize we had so many rock stars investing coming out for this part. So give me one word that would represent what this energy drink tastes or does for you. It's pressure.
Tastes ritzy.
Ritzy. Refreshing. Awesome. Thank you so much. One word. What would you say?
I was gonna say refreshing. It's really light. It's
Light. These could be all hashtags we can use once they finally release it.
So nervous.
Woo! Woo! I like that one. Hey, we'll take it. One word. What did you think about it?
Okay, I'm gonna cheat. Supermom, sorry. That's my
Yeah, that's a good one. Supermom. We are all going to be rock star mamas. Daddies.
Awesome.
Awesome. I like that one. Thank you. See, everyone likes it. Isn't that so exciting? Chris? Ooh, Chris, that's a good one. We're going to have lots of hashtags. Hi there.
Hi, I'm gonna keep it simple. It was delicious.
Thank you. Hi there. What'd you think about it?
I know somebody already said it, but it's really fruity, so I like the flavor of it. Could definitely replace juice or something like that.
There's definitely no aftertaste, which is really exciting. You don't have that weird flavor. What would you say?
Sweet.
Sweet's good. When it's healthy.
It's the best I've ever had.
Aww, I'm the best you've ever had. So I would be calling Mark and yelling at the teas. Thank you, everyone, for trying that out. I'm really jealous.
Girl, got it.
Definitely going to take things to another level, that's for sure. And I just love that works branding. How cool is that going to look on shelves? It's going to be awesome. Okay. Keep things moving quickly. I know we're a little bit behind here. But up next, they've got, this woman is so near and dear to my heart. She was in my wedding. We worked together. My first job outside of high school was at IHOP. And I met her there, slanging pancakes. And we moved in, became roommates. I joined this crazy rap business. She thought I was a little bit crazy, but eventually joined on and started her own. And I'm just so proud of her. Everybody, please welcome Double Diamond Lauren Gasser.
What would happen if you say what you want to say and let the words fall out?
Hi everyone, as she said, I'm Lauren Gasser and we've been friends a very, very long time. I usually write and rewrite what I'm going to talk about for 3 weeks leading up to it, and this time I actually decided not to do that, and I think it's going to work better for me. So you all know Sarah. She's like an It Works celebrity. You go to conference with her and everybody is rushing up to her like, oh my God, it's Sarah, formerly Savage. Some people still call her that, and it can be a little bit weird to see that when it's somebody that you knew before they were famous, and sometimes it can make you feel a little bit like you don't really matter. I was gonna try not to cry. So, I don't really like that type of attention anyway. Like, I really would be very uncomfortable. If people were rushing up to me like, oh my God, it's Lauren, I can't believe it. Like, it would make me feel really awkward. But on the way home from conference this year, I was on the plane and, we had to stop in Nashville before getting to Detroit. And when the plane lands, the girl who's been sitting in front of me the whole time wakes up. I was super jealous that she slept that whole way. And turns around and I'm like, oh my gosh, I know you from somewhere. Like, I recognize you. And she's like, hey, I know you too. And we just got to talking and, I figured out who she was. We knew each other from Facebook because, she's also a network superstar. And so she saved me a seat for the second leg of the flight, and we're sort of just chatting and stuff, and we figured out that our kids were in swim lessons together 3 years ago when I was gigantic pregnant, and just regular conversation. I mean, we just clicked right away, and she says to me at one point, she's like, how I remember you? Your video made me cry. I'm like, my videos are pretty much always like compliance, like do this, don't do this, because I'm a total green and I really like rules. I know that's super weird, but I feel like they're necessary for society. So, I'm like, why did my video make you cry? Like, what video could I possibly have made that made you cry? And, she says, we had this 30-day push, and we had to make a video about like erasing negativity, and I struggled with what I was going to do. And I finally decided the girl who had actually signed me into this business is not with this business anymore. The three of us used to be, the best of friends. She practically lived at our apartment too, and we had a really bad falling out. And she had sent me, there's sort of an exchange of messages, and she had sent me this really long message about why I was never going to make it in this business. And this was right after I went diamond, shortly before going double diamond. And I had saved that message for like 2 years. And I would occasionally look back at it and wonder, like, was she right? Maybe I'm not good enough. I'm not Sarah. We're different people, but that's okay. And so in the video, I looked at it one last time, cried my ass out and deleted it. It's gone. Woo! That she saw, and she said that she was going through almost the exact same thing. Looking back at all that bad stuff, don't listen to people who are going to say that to you. Just let go. If they're not building you up, you don't need that. And you do matter. Whether it was one person that sat with you on a plane whose life you changed, or thousands and thousands of people like all of our wonderful ambassadors here have changed, that matters. You've made a difference in the world, and who knows what amazing things she'll go on to do, having let go of that negativity for herself. And there might be other people out there who felt the same way and didn't want to say anything. So I'm not going to take up my full 10 minutes because I want to keep us on time and we have some other important things to do. But I did want to leave you with 2 little, tips just for life in general. If somebody makes an impact on you like that, tell them. Because she didn't even know what that meant to me until I messaged her, and then she said I made her cry all over again. So it's important to say that and recognize that you're important, and you don't need a stage like this. You don't have to be in a room full of people to have a story. You could be talking to one person. You could make a video and put it out there, and it could totally change someone's life. So don't be afraid to share everything. Like they said in the social media panel, be you, be real. Put it out there, because when you're more vulnerable like this, I get a lot more applause when I'm crying on stage versus when I'm telling you, post this. Don't post this. Don't talk about medical claims, It just doesn't work. So, that's that.
Tagging on Facebook right now. I'm sorry. Why do you look at it? I put a filter on it. Okay, so we're actually going to skip over this little boom part that we were going to do and jump right into our mindset panel here. But before that, I kind of want to talk to you guys about my thing, what really gets me all fired up. A lot of you have heard it, my team has heard it a million times, and they're like, oh God, here it comes. But once I figured it out, it made a world of difference. 3 questions that I want you guys to ask yourself. If you could skip 2 slides after, okay? Should be the what, why. There you go. These are my things. What do you want? We're about to come up here with the mindset panel. We're gonna just unload our hearts on you. We're gonna give you the last of what's left to dump into your buckets before we announce some pretty amazing things that we were able to do here today. But before we go into that mindset panel, I really want you guys to be able to answer that question. What do you want? You know, a lot of people say, I want to be an ambassador diamond. Well, doesn't everybody? But what do you really want? Why do you want to be an ambassador diamond? Why do you want it? How many of you can answer that question right now? What I want is this. Why I want it is this. You? The hard part, the next question, is the one that everybody gets stuck on. What's going to stop you? You want to be an ambassador because maybe you know, let's go here. You want to be a Ruby, right? Because $500 a month is going to pay your car payment, or $500 a month is going to pay your mortgage and leave some breathing room for you and your family at the end of the month. So that's why you want it, but what's going to stop you? Because a lot of times what stops us is what's up in here. And I know because I've talked to so many of you who have connected with my story and me sharing with you my struggles of self-worth. A lot like Sandy, you know, I come from a broken home. My parents are, we won't talk about my parents, but life's not easy. There's problems in life, right? That's what life is problems. And I heard this, diamonds are mined under pressure, right? If you've got problems, you're experiencing life. There's gonna be struggle, there's gonna be adversity, people are gonna quit. Your very best friend, our third amigo, quit and turned negative Nancy, completely turned against us. Your family might not support you, I know mine didn't. If it weren't for my little sister trying the greens when I first got started, I don't think any of them would even have a clue. She's got my grandma on the greens now, she's got my mom taking ThermoFit, but the woman won't take a vitamin to save her life. You know, you all have that parent. Your success is not dependent on them. Your success is entirely dependent on you. Change is going to happen. Things are going to change no matter what. Progress is optional. Deciding what you want